to pack my little black dress and pumps. All I had with me were jeans, fleece socks, my winter boots, and the rather gaudy fake fur earmuffs I'd had to buy to save my ears from the biting DC wind. It would have to do. Once again I kissed Al and the kids goodbye, found a seat on the first flight from DC to London, and crossed the Atlantic deep in fear-motivated prayer. As the train from London came to a stop, I stepped down into my father's waiting arms. We stood, clinging to one another, our hug tight and lingering, oblivious to the other passengers navigating awkwardly around us. His unuttered fear and grief were deafening. When I told her you were on your way, she smiled and said, "Oh, it's that close, is it?" Holding me at arm's length, he looked me in the eyes. "She knows it's nearly time, and she doesn't seem frightened. That's good. That's a good thing," he reassured us both. The pain of seeing my father ache for his dying daughter tore me apart. It's just wrong for a parent to lose a child. It just is. It's out of order. And I like order. Like our mother before her, Jo's eyes filled with relief as I pushed open the hospital door and sat beside her. With the faintest curl in the corner of her mouth, she smiled our mother's smile. "You're here," she whispered. Claire, Dad, and I held her paper-soft hands as her breathing became laboured and she slipped unconscious. We prayed, told her we'll always love her, and that she could let go. Tears fell as we said our goodbyes. She was just 44 years old. It was New Year's Eve, 2011, and somehow that was fitting. Jo loved a good party, and maybe, just maybe, she knew each year we'd raise a glass to her and smile, the faintest curl in the corner of our mouths, as the clock strikes midnight. In this world, you will have trouble. Just 6 short weeks later, with my jet lag but not my grief a thing of the past, I sat in a cold clinical hospital room and was told I too had cancer. Not lung cancer, but rectal cancer. Rectal cancer? Are you kidding me? That's a double whammy right there. Rectal and cancer are 2 words that should never meet, let alone hang out together. How would I live that down? More to the point, would I live? Had the heat-seeking missile of death finally locked in on me? Was it now my time? Would my kids be getting a call like the ones I got from Claire, telling them it was time? Would Al be calling Claire and Dad in some weird twist of fate? Would they be the ones jumping on a flight, dashing to my side and holding my hand? Would I manage to smile, the corners of my mouth turning up slightly, relief flooding my eyes, knowing the end was close? Would my breathing become laboured as I slipped unconscious while they prayed, held my hands and told me I could go? Would I pass away at just 43? In this world, you will have trouble. I'm sorry you're here. I am. In fact, I wish you weren't. I know that's weird. What author wishes no one will listen to her book? That would be bonkers. But it's true. I'm sorry you're here because it probably means your world is painful and difficult right now. And if yours isn't, then it's likely someone else's is, someone you care about. No one listens to a book with the subtitle, How to Live Well When Life Falls Apart, when life's happy and skippy. You'd never listen to a book about finding more when life hands you less, unless life really has handed you way less than you bargained for. So I hate that for you. My story isn't especially unique, and yet that's exactly why I want to share it with you. Not so you'll feel sorry for me. Lord knows I've done enough of that already. No, I want to sit with you sharing bits of my story and stories of others who've been where you are, because although the specifics might belong to me, the pain, grief, exhaustion, and the rubbish we tell ourselves belong to us all. Bad news sucks the air right out of our lungs. We hold our breath, hands to our mouth in disbelief as we listen to a life-changing diagnosis, the slam of the door as our husband walks out, or the voice of the banker explaining our house is going into foreclosure. Then, as the aftershocks overwhelm us and we cope as best we can, we struggle to keep breathing, gasping for each new lungful. Deep down, we're all the same. When life storms threaten to drown us, we just do our best to keep calm, carry on, and breathe. If I've learned one thing along the way, it's that learning to breathe again is a team sport, and we all need a little help along the way. So I'm actually really glad you're here. The fact you're listening to this tells me you want more, even though you've been handed a